everyone, and welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Sorry about no video again yesterday. I know I've really been dropping the ball on this, and now there's only a few more days left in the event, so I kinda gotta get going. So, after this video, the rest of the videos in this series will likely have been recorded in advance, so keep that in mind. That said, let's keep going with the story. No, that's not what I meant. Okay. It's just that I have to use Tamamo here. I can only use Tamamo here. I see. There is just something about tea after a hard morning's work that makes it taste especially good. All the more so on a morning like today, when the demonic monkeys have been especially active. Truly, there is no rest for the Enma-tei's security team. Indeed there isn't, but then, it is the intensity of such battles that lets one savor this tea's flavor. It's natural for one's emotions to run high after battle, but a quiet cup of tea does wonders. Furthermore, those who live by the sword are also often expected to be cultured. My own education in the ways of tea was painful, but worthwhile. Huh? Tamamo, wait! We can't bother anyone else about this. We need to resolve it ourselves. We don't have time to wait, damn it! This is an emergency! Morning, everyone! Yes, I know, I'm as cute as ever. Moving on. We're in big trouble here, Master. We need to come up with a plan as soon as possible. What's the problem? So, you need more help in the kitchen? That's right. We don't have enough people to cook for all the guests anymore. And if that wasn't enough... all too easy. Who's talking here? An impenetrable realm of mystery this may be, but it was simplicity itself to enter. Ah. We're here, everyone. This is the Enma-tei, the very place that has become the talk of the throne. Shall we go in and see what this supposed Japanese hell is like for ourselves? I've never seen such a gorgeous building before. I hope this body doesn't cause trouble for everyone. I'm sure it's all just like a giant papier-mâché front. There's no way a building could have so many rooms bolted on like this. Besides, this is supposed to be a place of rest and healing, right? I don't see the need to be so glitzy. The simpler the better when it comes to lodgings. Hell, I used to make do with nothing but a cave. Oh. Have thy Spartan tastes led thee to shun the hospitality of my mausoleum for so long as well, 100 personas? Mayhaps thou believes the shrine of Azrael overburdened with the trappings of luxury? I cannot get deep enough, I'm sorry. Dost thou prefer a more austere aesthetic? Gah! Why did you have to go there, 100 personas? No, of course not, Founder. The design of your shrine is symbolic of your followers' prayers. Besides, it just, feels better to hold celebrations in ostentatious places. Thou speakest truth, though our celebration of the New Year's arrival coincides not with these others. We need not disturb or dampen their festivities. However, there is one among our number who would spend this celebration in naught but idle repose. Such sloth his ire invites. Dost thou know who may be so inclined? Cursed arm. No, not at all. I'm shocked to hear there is a Hassan who would want to do such a thing. Oh boy. We made it! Take a look, Your Majesties. We finally arrived at our destination. Man, pirates really aren't cut out for not navigating solid ground. It took way too long to get here. This is no laughing matter, Captain. We trusted you to lead the way because you said you're an expert map reader. We never expected you to take us all the way to the ocean. Oh well, at least I got a chance to see the seas of Japan for myself. Those distant seas with the great waves where those otherworldly octopuses live, no? I almost feared for my life back there. Even my navy could never hope to navigate those rough waves. This was just as much your fault as well, King of Conquerors. If not for your suggestion to make a quick stop to check out those waves I hear, we would have arrived long ago. I've been wandering these woods for what feels like ages, delirious from hunger. Do you have any idea how humiliating that is for one who once conquered an entire continent? Could you ever face your advisors again if your legacy became that of the little lost King of Conquerors? What's the problem? Knowing my advisors, they would just laugh it off and remind me that I am the King of Conquerors, not navigators. That sounds nice. There's nothing better than a rowdy bunch of idiots in your crew when you're out risking your neck. If I were there, I'd be the first to tease you about getting lost on the way to your own dresser. In fact, mind if I call you a gorilla too? Oh my god. Fine by me. Gorillas are the king of the jungle, right? What man wouldn't be thrilled about being compared to something so powerful? Moving on. So the stronger one is, the more likely one will be compared to an animal. Interesting. Well, it all ended just fine, Altera. Besides, we are no longer fighting a war. No need to overthink it. Besides, I knew things would work out as long as Captain Drake was here. She never stopped whistling and moving forward after all. So I had every faith that we'd get here eventually. You're right about that. And besides, you great kings have some real useful noble phantasms. Yours is a flying chariot, right? If things had gotten bad, we could have just used that to find our way here. That's what I was gonna do if it looked like your magical energy would run dry. After a swift kick in the ass to get you going again, of course. I always had a firm grasp on the general direction, so I knew that flying would get us here in no time. Of course, that wouldn't have been any fun, so I didn't want to do that unless we found ourselves at the end of our rope. See, I knew we had nothing to worry about. The captain here knows exactly what makes for a good adventure. I can't wait for the banquet tonight. Nothing beats a good drink in good company. Hell yeah. If you're up for a little drinking contest, I'll drink you under the table anytime. Want to join us, Your Majesty? I bet you can hold your liquor too. Anyway, let's go check in already. So the King of Conquerors' chariot can fly. I wish my noble phantasm could do that. Switch to your Santa version. Oh my god. Here we are, everyone. Our outdoor school's newest destination. This is where we'll be celebrating the birth of nature, studying the value of life, and learning that it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Okay, we promised to do our best. Hooray, it's sleepover! Mr. Missionary's paying for everything. That's amazing! You must be rich! I try to live modestly, but I do have some savings tucked away for special occasions. Besides, it doesn't cost too much to put children up at an inn.
I see. That's a relief. Although, I can't help but be a little concerned. Are you sure there isn't someone else who'd rather entertain much more than us?
Sadly, in her case, openly showing affection is rather poisonous to a productive situation. Yep. Yeah, that tracks. So if I want to invite her on a field trip, I'm afraid I need to be far more discreet.
How silly! A syrupy, seductive, poisonous princess who can't handle a little sweetness.
I am not getting that voice right for nursery rhyme. Okay. If hell is involved, we cannot stand idly by, especially not when Japan's concept of it is derived from ancient India. As Indians ourselves, it falls to us to see just how much of it has been properly carried over. Yes, this is nothing less than a mission to preserve our traditions. As a man of culture, it is with my own personal feelings tucked away that I... So that is the Enma-tei. Beautiful. Something in its scent reminds me of our homeland. I see there are many monkeys around, but no bananas. Perhaps that is why I don't see Rama here. I wonder if they have sweet banana manju in the souvenir shop. I can't stop thinking about them. We're not here for a picnic, Karna! Can't you focus on what matters? Arjuna, look at that. This inn doesn't have a single chimney. Of course it doesn't. Most inns don't. Wait, why do you bring that up? Is it important? It is. It means these hot springs come straight from the source. Given that Japan is a volcanic land, that must mean these baths are blazing hot from the fires of hell. I see. So you're proposing a contest of endurance? Of course. Of course! What did I expect out of these two? Then it would seem now is the time to show you that I can take it as well as I can dish it. My personal record is 12 straight hours in a 120°C steam bath. I even had enough energy left over to enjoy a bowl of curry. Arjuna, please take care of yourself. If you think you will win this match easily, Karna, you are sorely mistaken. Where did you come from? Hell? This is... hell? My head hurts. I feel as though I've been pummeled with noble phantasms all over again.
Keep it together, man! It's all in your head! You're not a hell robot any longer!
Huh? What is this referencing?
Well, I guess you might still occasionally become a remote control servant thanks to the occasional hell call from the terrifying lady of the house, but that just goes to show how much she loves you. So enjoy that love for as long as it transcends time and space. A wife's true terror is essentially free, after all.
Really? It transcends time and space? That's a little embarrassing to hear. But I'm grateful to you for translating my words for me, feline heroic spirit. As a fellow berserker, I couldn't be more reassured. Truly, there are none kinder or wiser than a woman who knows how to use curses.
Just leave it to me. Even I don't know what I'm saying half the time, any wolf. So, this is her hotel. I don't know who this Enma lady thinks she is, but the land of the dead is my domain.
If she thinks she can start drumming up business without permission from Kerr, she's in for a rude awakening. Besides, what kind of sense does it make for a land that torments the dead to also have a hotel where anyone can come and relax? Does it mean the Needle Hell is actually an acupuncture clinic? The rivers of blood are just hot springs with red dye in them? There's no way I could compete with that. Alright, since I rule over another land of the dead, I'd better do my homework and make sure he isn't let down if he ever comes to visit Kerr again. Again? Me. Me. Okay. I see what you mean. I can tell how crowded the bridge to the Enma-tei is all the way from here. There must be at least 50 servants altogether, Senpai. Exactly. There's no possible way Madame Benny and I can feed all those guests on our own. So I rushed here as quickly as I could to ask all of you, Tomoe, Kiyohime, Mash, Cursor, to come help us in the kitchen. I'm so sorry for this. I knew you were all working hard to repair the Enma-tei, but I never stopped to think about what would happen when you were done. Of course we would need more hands in the kitchen to cook for more guests. I can't believe I failed to realize something so obvious. If nothing else, I can at least peel veggies. I appreciate the sentiment, but I have to be honest. Kiyohime and Tomoe won't be any help. For every dish they complete, they'd end up ruining 2 more. Gah! I hate to admit it, but she's right. We could still use their help with waiting tables, but I can't let them work in the kitchen. It's too dangerous. Yeah, you've got a point. If you're not careful in the Enma-tei's kitchen, the ingredients can end up cooking you. Right. I'll just have to admit defeat. If we can't show these new guests proper hospitality, I'll have to ask them all to leave. It wouldn't be fair to only let in 1 or 2. So as much as it pains me to say this, I'll have to turn them all away. I wish there was something I could do to help. Come now, let's not be hasty. All we need is another servant who can cook, right? In that case, why don't we just recruit one from among these new guests? Why not explain the situation to them and ask to hire them temporarily until the situation is in hand? And if that doesn't work out, I know of at least one other servant I can ask for help. You want to recruit a new chef from among the guests? Well, if the only alternative is to turn them all away, I'd be happy to beg for help. But is there anyone among them who really knows how to cook? Tomacat was there. Cat! Crap. So you want to bring in that oddball servant to help, huh? I mean, that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. We might happen to share the same hair and aesthetic, but we have absolutely nothing to do with one another. Sure. Whatever that scrap of tail fluff wants to whine about, it's no problem of mine. I'll even admit that she seems to be better at cooking than me, so she ought to be at least a little useful. This is great. Tamamo's on board with this plan too. Come on, let's go talk to Cat. Forget it! Oh no. On my pride as a cat, I refuse to work in the same kitchen as the original. Woof! I get that it's all paws on deck for you guys right now, but this ain't my boat, and it ain't my storm to weather. As part of the Tamamo 9, anything that might help the original is something I can never do. Is that Tamamo? Now I see. You cut off the parts of yourself that you didn't like so you wouldn't have to deal with them. Hey, don't go painting me in the worst possible light. It was, heart-wrenching to cut away these more troublesome bits of my spirit origin, but I did it for, world peace? That's right, I basically had to part ways with my dark side in order to protect the world. Eh?
Don't listen to her. The 9 knows like the nose knows. It all started when she began thinking, I think I might have gained a teensy bit of weight. But of course, she didn't have the guts to actually try going on a diet, so she just cut off her tails as the quickest possible shortcut. Yeah, how did you know about that? I never told a single other soul. How do you think? Because I am, you fool! You couldn't even be bothered to brush us properly. Woof! This ain't going anywhere. At this point, my only choice is to take you down right here, right now. Oh boy. Let's go, Original. You don't have the right to call yourself Miss Beni-enma's student. Don't you lecture me. You're not the one who only just escaped Jigoku Kitchen with her life. Hate me all you want, but Miss Beni isn't yours to claim. Let's settle this once and for all. Oh boy. And I have to do this with just a support? I guess I'm stalling for 100k HP. God, how long is this gonna take? Okay, probably not that long, actually. You know, I never used Tamamo. I probably should more. But I just never do. Okay, that didn't take too long. Not even 5 turns. Okay, break it up. Why are you stopping us, Master? Please stay out of this. Ah! I don't know what sort of history you two have, but I do know what your skills are like now. You both pass. If you wish to study under me that badly, go ahead. I'll have you in fighting shape in no time. Now hurry up and put on an apron, then come with me. Huh? What's going on here? Woof. I was hoping to keep you in a purely assistive role, but I guess that ship has sailed. Go ahead and get that apron on. She already has one on. It looks like you and I will both be getting some supplementary lessons. Really? I get to have personal instruction from Madame Beni herself? Okay, I'm willing to split this carrot. But don't misunderstand me. I'm only doing this to help her. You're just kinda here too. And don't be surprised if you lose your shrine maiden gig to me after I up my game. Yes, I know. We already told you that you would only be doing this to help the Enma-tei, but never mind that now. It would seem we now have the kitchen situation under control. In that case, I believe our time would best be spent elsewhere.
We'll need to gather at least 3 times the usual ingredients in order to feed all these new guests.
Yes, that's exactly right. Come on, Senpai. The kitchen will be in good hands with Madame Beni-enma and the Tamamos, so let's go make sure they have enough food to cook.
Yeah, I'm curious. Say, Finn, who was the other servant you had in mind, anyway? Oh, yes, I did say that, didn't I? Yeah, who was it? Well, Oh. Huh. Well, that would be me, as a matter of fact.
Really? You mean you can cook on top of being the captain of the Knights of Fianna?
Diarmuid said it too, did he not? The ways of tea, I think he called it. Our countries may differ, but the principles are the same. Warriors need culture just as much as anyone, and by my nature I'm rather good at most things. I was also good at dressing fish and filleting meat. If I wasn't, I would not be tied to feats of wisdom. Still, I didn't exactly want to go around boasting about my cooking skills. My teacher was originally supposed to acquire them, but I ended up taking them for myself. I was told not to worry about it, but it's still one of my regrets. Which is why I've been trying not to cook around others as much as possible. That said, if the madam still needed our help, I would have been happy to don my old chef's hat once again. And what do we have up here? More story. I'm gonna go drink some water first. Okay. What's Cha-Cha mad for? There he is. We did it, everyone! The Phoenix Hall has never been so lively! It certainly is a lot of work, running back and forth to the kitchen like this.
Yes, you want me to put on a little show? Well, I'm no Kyoto geisha. But if you insist, I suppose it would be rude to rain on the festivities. Very well, then. In that case, allow me to demonstrate a little water trick. Only instead of water, I'll be using fire. You see this ball and fan? Just when you think I'm only spinning the former on top of the latter. Voila! It was actually an adorable, tiny little tame dragon all along.
Oh, so that sort of thing is acceptable as a performance, is it then? Then allow me to entertain the crowd as well. I have with me my trusty blades, more all talk and big all talk. At my feet I have 5 daikon radishes. I will now toss them all into the air one after the other, and perform a dance without a single one touching the ground. Behold my 7-sword style! Oh my, we are now doing tricks with swords. In that case, I cannot be left out. Accursed Musashi bow! Are there any Musashi bow here? You cannot hide from me. I know you're out there. Lend me your annoying swords and spears, and I will shatter them all at once like so many tiles. I think it will be quite entertaining to see how many I can break in a single strike. No, Lady Tomoe, you have confused an artful performance with a demonstration of brute strength. It may indeed be entertaining to see, but it is entirely the wrong choice for a joyous occasion. It is fortunate that Lord BANQUET is not here, though perhaps there are others from the Genji present. In which case, I suppose I shall have to make amends for stopping you with a little performance of my own. Allow me to demonstrate my skills with the spear. Sharp enough to snap anyone out of their stupor, no matter how much they may have imbibed. Now, Lady Tomoe, please place this tangerine on your head. Things do seem to be rather lively over there, don't they? I suppose I understand. Being in a happy room, enjoying a meal with friends who may end up as tomorrow's enemies. And although I cannot eat leftovers, I must say that these pickled mountain greens are most delicious. Huh! Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense from the founder's back? Oh no, don't tell me. Report. My act is concluded. I now command the hearts of 90% of the audience. I am satisfied. Much as I would like to continue, I understand that it is impolite to hog the spotlight. Would any of you assassins like to go next? First you freeze the crowd like a Scandinavian snowfield, and now you want us to go? What are you, an idiot? No way we take the stage now. Oh, that was 100 Faces. I didn't read. Very well. From the mountain abyss I come, and greetings do I bring. I am the old man of the mountain, the first Hassani Saba. Gah! When did the founder get on stage? Oh no, this can only mean one thing. Many and varied are the world's customs and celebrations, but the new beginning is held sacred in the world over. Oh my god, why do you talk so much? In the name of the old men of the mountain, I therefore present a party trick for the edification and entertainment of all present. Cursed arm. Bare thy neck! I knew it! Oh god. Please, founder, I beg you to reconsider. It's not as funny as you think. This has turned out to be quite the party. I'm glad to see all the servants enjoying themselves. I'll admit I was on the edge of my seat for a bit, but it looks like there's nothing to worry about. Would you care for a drink of your own, Master? Non-alcoholic, of course. Aren't you gonna have anything, Tomomo? No, I'm just taking a quick break to decompress. Once I'm done, I'll be heading right back. That self-proclaimed berserker doesn't know what it's like to need time off. I have to keep an eye on her to make sure she doesn't get carried away and dip into tomorrow's supply. Ah, you're here, Cursor. Great job putting all of this together. The other sparrows and I will take it from here. You and Match can join the other guests now, if you'd like. This is the greatest meal that's ever been made at the Enma-tei. You both deserve to enjoy it. Aren't you gonna take a break, Miss Benny? Don't worry, I'll get plenty of rest after everyone else has retired for the night. Alright, back to the kitchen for me. Enjoy your evening, Master. It was quite a shock to see the guest log fill up so quickly. I can't remember the last time the Enma-tei was this busy. Thank you, Cursor. I never dreamed I would ever get to open the Phoenix Hall again. Seeing it so lively again, it feels like old times. I wish I could stay a little longer, but duty calls. Ah! Don't yelp at me like that, Furball! I haven't done anything to feel guilty about. It just seemed like such an awkward time to talk to her that I was holding my breath so she wouldn't notice me. I felt like I was watching the climactic episode of a TV series or something. I was doing the same thing, using Director Gordolf as a shield. Well, no matter. It seems all's well that ends well. Madame Benny is all smiles, the guests are happy, and we even get to enjoy a delicious feast for ourselves. I dare say this curse is as good as lifted now, no? Surely this will be more than enough to fill the offering box. I wouldn't be so sure about that. If you're not careful, you might have to start all over again. Chief Snake, are you here to mooch more wine off me? And what do you mean by that last statement? I mean, you can never fill a box that's had the bottom fall out of it. You know, you should be showing up any time now, so this should be a perfect time. In fact, he might already be here as we speak. What are you talking about? You should head to the lobby if you want to know more. There you will witness a tragedy that will surely pique your curiosity. Huh? I'm very concerned. What are you doing there, Snake? Stop bothering the guests before the madam gives you an earful. Remember, unlike me, you haven't earned your freeloader status here. If you get on the madam's bad side, she'll kick you out for real this time. Yes, I know already. You don't have to tell me all the time, you big ape. Okay, guess I'll be taking my leap then. See you around, Gordy Poo. I wonder what Chief Snake was talking about. What would you like to do, Senpai? Let's go check out the lobby. Quietly. Okay, I hate to pass up a banquet, but we can always enjoy Madame Beni-enma's food another time. I see Madame Beni, but I don't recognize that other guest she's with. I wonder who that heroic spirit could be. Let's go see what's up. Excuse... Don't interrupt. You'll make things worse. Stay out of sight. Otherwise, I'll kill you. It should be okay to eavesdrop. Stay put and watch closely. Hello there. Hard to believe it's that time of year again, isn't it? Things do seem a bit different around here this year. Is there a payment all ready to go?
Well, not just yet. I was hoping you could wait a few days more this year before opening the offering box.
I see. Does that mean you can't even pay the interest this year? If that's the case, then, as much as it pains me, I'm afraid I have no choice but to sell off the Enma-tei.
Wait, Mr. Bamboo Cutter, please. I promise I can still pay you back. Just give me a few more days.
All right, I'll give you a 1-week extension. In the end, I too would hate to see the Enma-tei close up. Very well then, I'll be back in 7 days' time. When I return, I hope your repayment will be ready to go.
That's impossible. I can't even pay back the interest this year. Maybe if I pawn the cloak I got from Lord Enma and sell myself into bondage. No, that won't work. There's no way I would fetch a high enough price to pay it all back. I should just focus on saving up gratitude for all the Chaldeans. If there's anything left over, I'll use that to pay back Mr. Bamboo Cutter. If it's not enough, then... What am I going to do, old man? Senpai, is it just me, or did that sound like...
That was a conversation between a debtor and a creditor.
What's going on, Magistrate Tiger? Does this mean the Enma-tei is in debt to that man?
This have anything to do with what happened 500 years ago? So you know about that. Those sparrows don't know when to keep their beaks shut. Yes, it does. This is what happened 500 years ago. Help! Somebody come quick! I've been robbed!
Emergency! Emergency! Everyone come quick! Everyone calm down. I've sealed off the entire Enma-tei. What happened, Mr. Bamboo Cutter?
That's what I would like to know. It's my 5 precious family heirlooms. The Buddha's stone begging bowl, a tree branch with jeweled fruit from Mount Horai, a robe made from fire rat fur, gems from a dragon's head, and a swallow's cowrie shell? Every last one of them is priceless and irreplaceable. I left them all here in this pouch, but when I came back to my room...
It's empty?
This is a tragedy. I can't believe every last one of those glittering treasures is gone. Don't look at me! I might be down on my luck, but I'd never resort to stealing. You can even go ahead and search me if you want.
We will be searching all of our guests, as well as their rooms.
Oh boy, this feels like a scam.
There don't appear to be any signs of forced entry, so the culprit must be somewhere within the inn.
That's very encouraging to hear. I dearly hope you can get them back. Although, no signs of forced entry, you say? In that case, if you are unable to find the thief, I can only conclude this was an inside job. Given that I clearly no longer had the heirlooms, and the sparrows are the only ones who could have entered my room, I have no choice but to hold the Enma-tei responsible for their loss. Do we have an understanding, O great tongue-cut sparrow, Lady Beni-enma? So since the culprit was never found, the bamboo cutter asked to be compensated. It was much more than the Enma-tei could afford, so they went into debt. As word spread that there was a thief here, guests stopped coming, and at some point it became all the Enma-tei could do to just repay the interest. The tribute hall's divine aura is meant to be used to grow the spirit origin of the Enma-tei, as it is still just a Mayoiga at its heart. But as that aura was used to repay the debt, the Enma-tei only grew more and more decrepit. Now the Enma-tei functions solely to repay the bamboo cutter's interest.
So that's what happened. This explains why the Enma-tei had so many of its facilities closed or in disrepair, despite how hard Miss Beni-enma and the sparrows work.
Right. The bamboo cutter now owns the rights to the Enma-tei. If you had said something, it would have only made things worse. If you upset the bamboo cutter, it could put the madam, in a really tight spot. Now do you get it? Then go back to the party. This is all I can say. The rest is up to you. This is extortion. That's utterly ridiculous. Why didn't you call for me? Are we stuck in the Middle Ages or something? It makes no sense whatsoever that a hotel would be held responsible for the theft of one of its guests.
I'm afraid the old rules still apply here, since this is a mystical, isolated world, like those from the Age of Gods.
Is that true? That's horrifying. But no matter. This explains so much. Ever since I saw its guest log, I've wondered how the inn always ends up in the red despite being so well run. I never would have thought that odd expense on New Year's Day every year was an interest payment.
I had no idea. Madame Benny never said anything about this to any of us.
Now that we know the truth, we need to do something about it before that bamboo cutter sells the place. Otherwise, we may never be able to atone for our sins in the tribute hall, and could all end up as bores together. That would truly be a horrific tragedy. But even without such a dire threat, I cannot let things go on in this way. My lord, is there nothing we can do to help the Enma-tei? To help Madame Benny? Of course there is! We can repay her debt for her. Oh, wait, no, that would take forever. In that case, we'll just have to get back those 5 stolen treasures. You're all servants, heroic spirits. You should have no issue tracking down the thief. It would be one thing if the theft was recent, but given that this took place 500 years ago... Actually, I think that's an excellent idea. Wonderful. Perfect, even. For one, I expect there's no possible way to repay this debt, regardless of how much gold one may have. The bamboo cutter claimed these 5 treasures were irreplaceable heirlooms, right? That would mean it's impossible to put a price on them, and the bamboo cutter can essentially dictate their worth. It would be a fool's errand to try to match such elusive value with money. Bringing identical items back would be both surer and faster.
Identical items?
Indeed. We already know exactly which treasures were stolen, do we not? Then we need only fetch new ones. And luckily for us, this is an inn that heroic spirits naturally wander into. I imagine some of them may just happen to have the sort of rare treasures we seek. For example, I believe the first one was the Buddha's stone begging bowl. I may not have any idea which servant might possess such a thing, but I imagine you do, Cursor.
That's right! It's absolutely possible that the servants might have the same kind of treasures. So if we can attract even more guests to the Enma-tei, we can collect the 5 treasures ourselves.
Oh, but this doesn't mean we can neglect the Enma-tei's expansions. Those remain the most important. Doesn't the inn have enough leisure facilities already? Ha ha ha! Now don't be like that, dear Mood. The more hunting spots we have, the better. Besides, there's a special power to be found in places that are both ancient and famous. Did you know there used to be an amazing castle kept here back in this place's heyday? I, for one, would like to see it come back. Or perhaps I should say, I would like to see the view from atop such a structure.
Now I see. The Enma-tei in its heyday, huh? If you've already thought that far ahead, I certainly don't have any objections. Alright then, our day-to-day work may still be the same, but we'll now be working towards a new goal, obtaining these 5 treasures. And if any gods show up here, I'm sure they'll notice the good work you've all been doing. When it comes to fateful relationships, I have every confidence fortune will be on our side.
I fully believe this dude just faked the theft. And that one's just a free quest. didn't mean to exit out of the event. But anyways, that'll be the end for this video. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. If you enjoy my videos, please tell your friends about them. They'll probably like it too, and it would help me a lot. As usual, my Ko-fi link is in the description if you want to give a tip. No obligation, but it's appreciated. And that's it. So I'll see you all next time.